Yeah, hi there. These comments are for S. This is Michael from the 7-Step System to pass the TOEFL IBT. And I'm going to give you some comments right now. It is the Independent Speaking Practice Test number 9 at my 7-Step System to pass the TOEFL IBT, and you're one of my students. And like I said before, you have some very, very strong writing skills, right? I love reading your essays. The development is incredible. All right, let's get to the speaking task here. So the question here, let me get a copy of it right now actually. It's about work, right? It says, no, what time do you prefer to take classes, in the morning, the afternoon, or the evening? Okay, so I think that you said in the evening. Now the only problem is in the beginning of the speech you really didn't have any kind of a topic statement. You just said you like taking classes. I think you said in the afternoon or evening, one of the two, but anyway, you stated your choice, and then you got into your work. You talked about your work, how you're working in the mornings, and that was your first point, was work, right? But then you got, in addition to work, you said you can take classes in the evenings because you don't have to work. But that was really essentially the same point as you were saying before. So to show development or mature development in your response, to show progression of ideas, probably try to pick two different reasons. You might say, for example, because of, if you start off your speech, you might say, because of your work schedule and because your husband is at home in the afternoons and evenings, you prefer to take classes at that time, right? So then you talk about your work schedule first, which you did. Then maybe the second point is you can talk about, I'm just giving you an example of a different idea, is that your husband is home in the afternoons and evenings from his job, which frees up your time to take classes. Or you could say you're a better learner or something like that. So it probably would be pretty good if you could come up with two separate ideas, different enough, and then give examples and details for each of those ideas, and that would show a little bit more progression of ideas. Okay, in terms of your actual score, I'm going to put you right now at 2.83 out of 4, 22 points out of 30. In terms of delivery, you have a few minor pronunciation issues. For example, the T or the P, when you're using the T, top, tip, take, or pot, people, put. You want to make sure you're producing those sounds with enough air, especially the P, because if you don't produce it with enough airflow, it almost sounds like a B sound. Grammar and language use, I didn't notice any major problems in that. Probably you can work a little bit more on your topic development. You need, what you want to try to do is to come up with two separate ideas and then give examples and details to support both of those ideas, to show a little more progression of ideas. In terms of lessons, part of this could be a vocabulary issue, or sometimes it's just thinking, coming up with the right ideas at the right time, during the test itself. But you can take a look at speaking, actually vocabulary lesson number 4 in my course, also TOEFL speaking lesson number 2, which will show you how to organize, your speech with a topic statement in the beginning. That's the thing is you have to think about your details that you're giving. You have to give them a label, because it's not good to give details without generalizations, or to have generalizations without details. For example, if I gave you a group of words, what would be the common link for all these words? If I said this: apples, bananas, oranges, and lemons, what would the topic be? Fruit, right? Alrighty, anyway, I think that's it. Good to hear from you again, and I hope I've kind of given you some good ideas to kind of get you going in the right direction. And remember, doing what you're doing, you're one of my best students. I'm telling you, you're taking your independent writing practice test. You're also doing your speaking practice test. Just keep doing those things. The more feedback you get, gradually your speaking and your writing will get better.